It's an honor to be here this morning. Thank you for starting the time. So leadership abilities and experiences. I've had 29 years now in education. I've been an elementary phys ed teacher, been a director of health and phys ed for the 20 years at Hampton Bays. Grew up in a family of phys ed and elementary educators. I've had a lot of experience to lead and follow. I've had the challenges of being the head of different programs, or what I feel is very important is also being just, again, following and being part of different organizations and groups that reach to a common goal. I'm a team aspect person. Together, everyone achieves more. Sometimes it doesn't work at home all the time. My wife says there is an M and an E, and that stands for me. So that always doesn't work, but in everything else, I'm really a team-oriented person. I try to listen. I try to evaluate and look at who we're dealing with. I try to consider everybody's feelings and where they're coming from. So those are some of the leadership qualities that have helped me, I think, to do some of the things I've done up to this time. I really value this organization. The more I've gotten into it with the Suffolk Zone, I value the professionals that I've dealt with. I value the relationships that I've made. It's made me a better professional at my own district. It's let me bring stuff back to my district and create a better program. So I value all of that. I do believe in Project Adventure and the whole risk challenge by choice. This is a risk, this is a challenge going for the presidency, but I do believe in it wholeheartedly, and I would like to try to make a difference. The challenge is always, membership is always something that's on the forefront, and retention, membership and retention, and also budget and finances. So those are things I'd like to work with the board of directors, with everybody across New York State APHR to try to develop and plan so that we're moving forward. There's so many good things that have happened in the membership area over the last couple of years. I do think the COA, it's my job as an administrator, I think the COA across the state is an important area that I need to target, or we should target, and try to get them involved with the higher ed also. There are leaders of our programs throughout New York State. They have a lot of decision-making ability in their areas and where they're at. They are stressed, especially directors with different responsibilities across the state, to try to funnel them, get a communication system, and get them together, I think is really important. The mandates, as Clancy mentioned, the mandates are huge. There was a change this fall. We need to be always on top of that. We need to be an advocate within our district, which is so important as a grassroots program. And we also need to advocate from the New York State APHR, which they do. So it's very important, the advocacy for that, and making sure through the state and our local districts the mandates are either being met or we're getting the best that we can, because everybody has different situations in the schools that they're at. The goal is increase membership. I hope to increase it by 10%. We have 3,400, I think, members, and we have 17,000 teachers and staff members across the state. So we have a lot of room for improvement. I'd like to hit the health teachers. I think that's an area that we'd like to try to bring them in our phys ed realm. And also New York City, who just added 200 teachers. I think that's an area we should try to target for a membership for them, and try to get them involved and try to grow that area in that zone. Coordination, again, goals would be working with the COA and the higher education, trying to develop plans. And big thing for me is working with presidents, past president and the prior president, Tammy and Dave, and to come up with a common mission, a common goal to move forward so that we're all together, working together over a 3 or 4 year term. Thank you. I hope you have a great conference.